Hi, I'm Captain Leland. I'd like to order a 2-piece, no biscuit. NERDSoul. LeIllKid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of On Screen. Today, we got some fun. We're going to continue to mix hip-hop and geek, put it together, have some great conversation. But we talking about them stars, them galaxies, going on journeys and trips, seeing what's out there, just discovering things. And this is apt word because we're talking about Star Trek Discovery. And we ain't gonna waste no time. I wanna get into Ariam's memory and just how they handled her passing, how they handled the regarding of her death. You know, we all watch tons of shows, and sometimes there's TV shows that kind of like someone dies, they act like nothing happened, they just get right back to business in the next episode. I like that they took some time to actually remark on her death, to actually talk about it, to actually speak at her funeral, and actually send her off as a Federation Starfleet officer. And it really was nice. It was nice to see. I didn't expect to get that. I did expect to get them kind of like down, but I didn't expect to see, you know, such a display of kind of like formal, you know, funeral, I guess, proceedings. And it was great to hear Saru sing, and just shows how much of a tight-knit crew, a family that, of course, you know, family, of course, that the crew, especially the bridge, has become. So get that out of the way. Now I want to talk about Project Daedalus and Section 31. There's many times in this not in this episode, in this series, where, at least from season 2, where we've been like, okay, Section 31 is dirty, and we get to the core of the dirtiness here. We find out they got secret bases, they got control, things going weird, they got Project Daedalus, they building time machines we don't know about. Then, you know, the whole thing with Michael's parents, we'll get to that after the break. But I wanna ask you, do you think Section 31 is something that was necessary during the war, and now outside of a wartime situation, it is not necessary anymore? I'm interested to see what you think about just the Project Daedalus, the secrecy, you know, all of that stuff. I mean, is Section 31 something that's always going to be necessary, that's always needed? Or is it something that seems to be made out of the necessity of war, and now is kind of a organization without a true purpose? And without having a true purpose, it's kind of like that statement about idle hands. So let's get into AI/control. And I'm going to talk about them almost, you know, synonymously, because they're sort of the same. They're not the same, but they were, you know, kind of like working in concert with each other. They were kind of, you know, two sides of the same coin. You know, it's an AI, it's a control, is a computer that was trying to get smarter. So it's about the same thing. And what do you think they, or it now, is going to end up doing? Because I'm pretty sure what happens to Captain Leland at the end is the remnants of AI or control. So where do you think this might lead? I think it's good to have a looming backdoor threat that will never, you know, we can let bubble up for a while. You know what I'm saying? We can let it bubble up, and then we can face it again, say in season 3, or maybe even season 4. You know, we can just let it simmer as something that has to kind of regain its strength. And I'm really, really psyched about that, because I love having, you know, kind of like long-term villains. And AI is something that you can't really touch or quantify, which makes it a little bit more dangerous. Now, real quick before the jump, I want to talk about Giorgio in relation to Stamets and you. That was just funny. Yo, just seeing her, like the way she stepped up in his face, yo, Giorgio is a trip. Straight up, you never know what angle she's coming in. Giorgio she is gone, son. She is on some other ish. And it's just funny and extremely interesting to see how she approaches people, approaches situations. It's just something that really, really intrigues me and is great for the show. I mean, just to see her be on some like, yeah, on the other side, he was pansexual and we had some good times. And then also being like, well, here, I can see you're gay, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I just thought that was funny. Now, we got some cool stuff to get to after the break. We got all kinds of stuff with Mike and Spock. But first, of course, KURO brand gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check the link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. Once you find something you like, of course, cop it. So without further ado, Ash and Michael. They have history. They're still working their relationship out. You know, Michael finds out from Captain Leland. We're going to get into that in a second. But when she approaches Ash and the ferocity which she approaches him is just, it's unexpected, but then when you see it, you're like, I understand. And seeing him get caught off guard and seeing how they feel about each other, she can only get that angry about someone she cares about. Now, conversely, later on when she's going to the whole mission on Esau 4, we see, you know, the moment where he's like, Michael, and she's like, I know. He's like, I love you, girl. It's like, you know, you feel it. You felt it. You be honest in your heart, in your heart of your heart. He was like, yo, we love her, yo. He love that girl. But let's get to, of course, the biggest thing of the night, which was Captain Leland basically telling Michael that the whole reason she's here is because of him. Her parents are dead because of him. And seeing Sonequa cry like that, she was acting, all right? She was acting in that joint. And seeing them tears stream, and I was like, I didn't know what she was going to do. And she was like, kaka. Yo, she hit that dude with a two-piece so fast. Captain Leland didn't even know where it came from. I didn't even know where. I was like, oh, snap. Yo, she hit him hard, all right? She hit him so hard. It was crazy. Like, it flipped from, yo, she might just like kind of like double over in pain and tears and stuff. And nah, man, them fists came out flying, boy. And she laid him down and then she said, this is not over. You know what? It's over now because Captain Leland ain't gonna be in next episode. But with that said, I wanna slow this down and talk about apologies because after this, we get Michael going to Ash before she goes on her mission, apologizing to him about saying, you know, I had this anger and there was nowhere to put it. And we get Spock come in to cheer his sister up and her apologizing again and him understanding and accepting that apology. Then you get Giorgio talking to Michael about, you know, it wasn't my story to tell, but I made sure it got told. You can see Giorgio feels, so it's something in there. It's a baby piece of a heart in there. The heart, you know, like regular hearts is like, I don't know this big. I don't know how big a heart is, like this big. Now Giorgio's heart is about this big, but it's still there. It is still there. And I say that to say straight up, and I know this is outside of Star Trek, but if you have someone that you need to apologize to, go and apologize to them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to get it off your chest. They got to get it off their chest, and y'all need to heal. Did you see the healing that went on this episode? Ash and Michael kissing before the mission. You know what I'm saying? You saw Hugh and Stamets. They kind of getting their little converse on. You know what I'm saying? Not too much. He talked to the Admiral. We're going to talk about Admiral in a second. But, you know, they getting a conversation on. You saw Spock and Michael come together. You saw Giorgio put her hand on the shoulder. Come on, man. Y'all need that healing in your lives. Go, look, apologize to whoever you need to apologize to because you never know the healing that might happen. Now, lastly, before some baby tidbits, I want to talk about, of course, the mission. You know, they're figuring out, hey, we think we can capture the Red Angel. She'll come down. We'll do this, you know, field and stop the wormhole and turn on the electricity and stuff and hit the EMP and stop her from leaving and stuff, right? And they're like, yo, we know it's you from the future, so we know we can do it. We can stop you. Well, see, we don't exactly get what we want. See, it's not Michael. It's Michael's mama. That's right, Mama Michael. All right. Now, I was surprised. I was like, oh snap, that's my girl from The Wire. For real, shout out to all The Wire alumnus that's out there doing their thing. But it's just good to see her out here holding it down. She's a great actress. The first time I saw her was on this MD film called Slam. And it was really, really dope. So you guys should check that out. It has just this real gripping take on just a slice of life in DC. But with that said, now we got Ma Dukes here. Now we got the Red Angel here. We got the Knowledge here. We got Admiral Jules dropping jewels on Hugh about his relationship with Stammet. We got a whole ball of confusion with the new lieutenant. We got a ton of stuff going on. My question to you is, what do we do now? How do we save the world or the universe? Because I don't know what threat is coming next. Holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you. Down in them comments. Let's talk about Hugh. Let's talk about Giorgio. Let's talk about dead Captain Leland. Let's talk about Michael Burnham and her mama. Look, man, I really have no idea what to expect next. So before I bounce, I'm gonna tell you guys to hit up thatnerdsoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, the best way to trap anyone to come and save you is just put yourself in danger. Peace.